everybody. My name is Angie Hotz, and I'm a doula and a childbirth educator here in Kitsap County, Washington. And I am going to teach you how to use breathing beads. So a mala or prayer beads, it's really all the same thing. It's a bead that represents a breath cycle. This is not new. I did not come up with this. I actually don't remember where I learned it from, like who told that to me or where the inspiration came from. But it stems from need of a tool because I get panic attacks. My first panic attack was in 7th grade. It was a random thing, just came out of nowhere, had no idea what it was, went to the doctor and the doctor was like, I don't know, your body kind of freaked out. You seem to be fine. There was no explanation, so I went about my business. And as I grew and had more and more stress in my life, my body freaked out sort of randomly and unexpectedly. So I needed tools in how to deal with that. So when my youngest son was a baby, he might not have even been born yet. I might have been pregnant with him. I was under a lot of stress. And I knew that I needed some tools to work through it. And so I went to like Joann's or like Walmart or something, and I bought a bunch of beads and I bought some stretchy cord. The basic idea of breathing beads, of which I give to all of my doula clients, they all get a bracelet and they're all pretty much the same design. There's been some variation, but I kind of like the idea that everybody gets the same design. So all of my clients and all of my childbirth education students, they all get a bracelet because I really like the idea of tying people together and giving them community and representing that community in some small way and in a functional way. You can look down and see it and think, oh yeah, there's other people like me out there in the world, in Kitsap. So how to use them. Each bead represents a breath cycle. So inhale and exhale. But you have to have a place to start, right? So the big blue bead on this, it's a guru bead. If it's on a mala, or really you just want something to kind of give you a start and a stop point. So for this bracelet, it's a big blue bead. And that big blue bead is your reminder to do 3 things. The first one is to relax your face. And especially if you're talking about pregnancy and childbirth, there's the sphincter law. Look up Ina May Gaskin's sphincter law. It's actually quite brilliant. So what your face is doing is what your bottom is doing. So if I'm all tensed up like this, I'm probably clenching my butt cheeks too. There's just this connection between different parts of our body. So relax your face, relax your eyeballs, relax your jaw, relax your tongue, just relax your face and your head, okay? And what you're doing with this top part, your bottom's gonna be relaxed too. And if you're trying to have a baby, like letting your baby down now, that's a good idea. So relax your face and then drop your shoulders. I've trained my body over time that when I go through this quick little sequence, that when I actually do that, it gives me goosebumps almost every time. It feels so good. I feel this wash of relaxation down my body. So relax my face, drop my shoulders, and when you're first starting out, you can take a few breaths and inhale, raise your shoulders up to your ears, and then exhale, drop them down and back. And really be purposeful and meaningful when you're dropping your shoulders. Okay, and the more you practice, the quicker it gets and the better it feels. And then relax your hands, because what your hands are doing, your feet are going to be doing. So if you're to clench your hands, it's like you want to point your toes or clench. So relax your face, drop your shoulders, relax your hands. So you can be walking and doing this, you can be driving, you can be doing anything. You can be sitting quietly. It doesn't matter as long as you're focusing on your breath and you're being intentional with relaxing. So that's what the big blue bead means, that you're being intentional, you're relaxing those 3 places. And then you hold between your thumb and your forefinger the bead next to it. So on this particular strand, it's the green bead. And you inhale and you exhale. You don't have to close your eyes. I kind of instinctually do, but sometimes when I'm driving and it's really stressful, I'm looking, I'm paying attention, but I'm also focusing on my breath and letting the air fill my lungs and then gently letting it leave my body, right? So inhale and exhale. That's a breath cycle. And then you move to the next beat and you do it again. Inhale and exhale. Next beat. Inhale and exhale. So all the way around the bead. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. All the way back till you get to the big blue bead. And then again, if you're going to keep going, sometimes that might be enough and you'll realize, hey, I actually feel better. You will by that point, if you've been able to just hang on and focus even halfway around, you'll feel better. So you don't cross over the big blue bead. You don't cross the guru bead. You flip it and go back the way you came after you're reminded to, again, do kind of a roving body check. Relax my face, jaw, eyes, relax your head, drop your shoulders, relax your hands, and really kind of feel that heavy tingle in your fingers. And the more you practice, the quicker it comes. You don't have to think about it anymore. You think, relax my hands, and then it just happens. You have reprogrammed your brain and your body to do this quickly, even if it's relaxing. So halfway around, all the way around, is about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how quickly you're breathing. Halfway around is about a minute, maybe a little bit longer, but about a minute, and coincidentally, a contraction is about a minute long. So if you can hang on halfway around, that's a contraction. So for practicing in pregnancy and in early labor, it's preparing you to get through a minute. You need to get through for a minute and then you get a break. Hang on for a minute and then you get a break. Okay, that's how you cope with a contraction. And it's a good way to practice, and you have a tactile reminder. You have something in your hand that reminds you, I need to do this, right? And if it's on your wrist, you're doing your thing, you're typing, you're driving, you're walking, you're talking with your hands, and you look down and see it and think, oh yeah, focus on my breath for a little bit. 5 or 6 times a day, set a timer on your phone and practice. And the more you practice, the better you're going to get at it. The quicker it's going to be, where you can just get in this really purposeful, relaxed state. So what happens if focusing on your breath makes you more stressed out, which is really common for a lot of people, especially kids, and people who are prone to anxiety. Like if I'm in the midst of, or even just like on the verge of panicking, like really flipping out, kind of panicking and not understanding really why and all the feels, right? Focusing on my breath can have an opposite effect. So counting can help. You want your exhale to be longer than your inhale. So inhale to the count of 5, pause, exhale to the count of 8. Some, it might be 4 and 7. It depends on what's comfortable. You want it to be comfortable. And they're deep, letting go belly breaths from the diaphragm. So if you were to be laying flat and you put your hands or a book on your belly, it would rise and fall and wouldn't be so much of this. It would be more of this, okay? Big, deep, letting go breaths. Intentional, being intentional and purposeful about it is really key. If counting doesn't work, if it is still too much focus on what your lungs are doing, then focusing on colors is good too, and which is a great way to do it with kids. So inhale the color blue and think of whatever color like really speaks to you, and think of like an enveloping gorgeous mist all around your body, and it's filling your lungs up and invigorating you and making you feel wonderful. And then exhale, orange is coming out, or whatever colors speak to you, yellow and purple, blue and purple, it doesn't matter. But then you're focusing on the color and it going inside your body instead of actually breathing, which it's really kind of a silly design, but it happens for so many people that they get stressed out by focusing on your breath. It's probably some kind of performance anxiety, which it's a real thing. So trick your mind into doing it anyways and still focus on your breath. Once you have kind of gotten the hang of it and you get the whole, inhale, exhale, move to the next beat, inhale, exhale, then you can pair it with whatever affirmations that you want. Affirmations are fantastic. So if you are pregnant and you're preparing for birth, whatever affirmations speak to you, it's really a personal thing. There are lots of affirmations out there. You can come up with your own. But for example, inhale, courage, exhale, fear. Inhale, my body is strong. Exhale, I'm going to be calm. Inhale, I can totally freaking do this. Exhale, I'm a total freaking badass. Like, whatever you tell yourself is amazing. Faking it till you make it, convincing yourself you're still doing it, even though you may not believe it yet. Telling yourself these things over time with repetition, we begin to believe it. And the practice is really key. So, one time around, as many times during the day as you can, set a timer on your phone and ask questions if you have them, because I'm totally open to answering questions. I definitely know what it's like to have a pounding heart and, sweating and thinking like I'm gonna die at any moment, and knowing in the back of my head that no, my body's just freaking out, it's hormonal, there's all these things happening, even though it feels really scary. I get that. And I've had babies and I've breathed through having those babies, and it's a lot of hard work, and there are definitely some really big feelings that you have to sit with. There are moments of labor and birth and, transitions of all kinds in our life where we just have to sit with really big things. So give your hand something to do. Focus on the breath coming into your body and tell yourself some lovely things like you're a badass and you've totally got this. It makes a difference. It really does. So that's how you use breathing beads. Relax your face, drop your shoulders, relax your hands. Each beat is a breath cycle all the way around. Remind yourself again of what you're doing, flip it, and go back the way you came, and practice as much as you can. So, thank you for watching. Leave some comments, the whole YouTube spiel, like it, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And thanks for watching.